I'm going to say that Supercross racing at the Atlanta Motor Speedway did give us gave us better racing than NASCAR did. Goes fair. I thought that the dirt bikes, whether it was MXGP or Supercross, delivered good racing. And it was really weird for Supercross because, you don't normally get to see them under the daylight, during, the main events and doing heat races and all that. Normally, they're practicing during the day. Normally, they're at big stadiums and in arenas and stuff. And it's not like they don't always do it. It's just you never get to see it. I think this is the first time we got to see it all season. And, it added a whole nother dynamic to the racing, which I think, is a good thing. It couldn't be a bad thing. It had to be, it could only do good things because, the track dried out differently. The grooves went differently. Moisture levels, like there was fatigue from the riders just because it was so hot and they weren't some big air conditioned arena. And I think that added a lot to everything. And just little extra, little things, little elements do everything. And again, they might practice like that a lot, but normally they're in arenas and stuff. So they don't get to do it outside and in the heat of it. And I thought, it just always adds something to it when they do it. So I liked it. And I also like whenever they put James, Stewart, Bubba, nickname Bubba Stewart, when they have him in the booth with Ricky and that, like that always, I think, adds a really good element just because of his experience, all the wins, everything he's done. Adding, James Stewart to the broadcast booth is never a bad thing. And I thoroughly do actually enjoy every time that they put him in there because I think he adds a great level to the broadcast and the sport and just everything. So shout out to them for having him do it again. He's not there every race, but when he is, he adds to it, he helps. And I really enjoy seeing that. But to the action, 250 Heat 1, the return of Joe Shimoda from an injury. He had trouble right away, but he made it through the race and he got through it. That's the important thing. Coming back, because again, we've got a lot of injuries, a lot of people, going out. It was nice to see, someone finally return from, all the bad luck that they had all season because there have been a lot of them. So that was good. Didn't do anything, spectacular, but made it out of there healthy. And that's the big important thing to carry on, get some races in and everything, start turning around better. Hayden Deegan got a whole shot. He's going to win the damn thing. Went down from the lead with a 3-second lead and gave the lead over to Hunter Lawrence, who went on to win the thing. No shocker. But again, Hayden, he went 17. He's going to make mistakes, but he doesn't really seem to make a lot of them twice. And he's super talented. He's just got to make better mental choices sometimes, like the way he races teammates and stuff. But super talented kid. Sucks to see him go down, but he's 17. There's a lot of years coming for him. So I look forward to seeing that. Not so much, who cares that he fell down? He's a kid. He will get better, and that's the scary thing. 250 Heat 2, Nate Thrasher got the whole shot, went on to win. Jordan Smith second, Jeremy Martin third. Good race there. 450 Heat 1, Cooper Webb was first, Ken Roxon behind him in second. It was weird to see Cooper where he was there compared to the main. I'll get to that, but that was just the drop off was weird. 450 Heat 2, Jason Anderson first, Justin Barcia second, Chase Sexton third, Eli Tomac fourth. And Jason Anderson got one spot deduction when it came to gate choice and all that from that race because he jumped off the track and, went down, came back around. They said that gave him an advantage. I don't think it did. As you look, dude was still right on him after they were done. But I don't make these decisions. I don't have all the replays that they have. I just don't think it looked like he gained a damn thing from going off the track there. So still good to see him get it, especially after the birth of his daughter. So congratulations for that. He was exhausted. You could see it. And that heat and all that didn't help, but it was cool to see him get that win. 250 LCQ Shock won, 450 LCQ Pleasure won. Seeing him in there was just weird, but he made it through. That's the important thing. 250 Maine. Nate Thrasher went down hard in the race, didn't pop back up. He looked injured. He looked in pain. It didn't look good. And sadly, the update has come up, ended with a broken collarbone and a dislocated hip. It was popped back into place, but it's going to need surgery. and someone that's caused himself some hip issues and had some hip issues in his life, speedy recovery, but do it smart. He's never going to hear this, but do it smart. Listen to them. Don't rush anything. Um, Again, scary wreck. I think you saw him down. You went, yeah, he's not attempting to do anything. So I'm just happy they got it, in there. Hopefully, no serious damage was done from it because there are arteries and stuff that can have problems there. So speed recovery, another one for the 2023 season. We've had too many. Sucks because he was really starting to look consistent, turn everything around, and then to see that happen. Terrible timing, but speedy recovery to him. Hunter Lawrence ended up going on getting the win afterwards. Jordan Smith second. Hayden Deegan got a third again. So went down that heat race lead, but he still got a podium. And he's always right there, and the wins will start coming. Again, he's still, way, way young. So that's going to cause a bunch of those issues. He'll get better. Moral of the story. And then the 450 main, Chase Sexton led it all, had a complete race, finally. How many times have I said, God, if he could just have a whole race, he'd be dangerous. He had a complete one. No issues, led the whole thing, didn't go down, didn't slip, didn't throw it into, neutral for a second, didn't cause any kind of anything. And that was really, really, I was excited to see it. It was fantastic to see. Because again, he's super talented. He's given up 30 points. He'd be in the lead by a bunch right now if he didn't have all those issues. So I think he's going to make it. If he keeps running like that, it's going to be interesting going down the home stretch for, Cooper and Eli. If he didn't give up those points, he'd be gone right now. So see how that one works out to the finish. But Justin Barcia was second, Ken Roxon third, Cooper Webb fourth, Eli Tomac fifth. They both seemed off. Eli was behind Cooper the whole time, couldn't, get to him to do anything. And see if they bounce back in Jersey because they both need to after that. I didn't see that coming. Thought they were going to be, keep going with that, but still good points days. Eli only lost a point to Cooper. So he kept the point lead, only, minimal 1 point difference. So that was the best thing that could have happened because he just did not, neither of them looked good. And Cooper was much more vocal about himself than Eli was. Eli had a positive spin. Cooper was Cooper. But good times, glad to see it. Points coming out of 250 East. Hunter Lawrence first, Hayden Deegan second at minus 45. Max Anstey's third at minus 55. Again, injuries have played, a decent role in the points as of late. And then the 450s, Eli Tomac first, Cooper Webb second at minus 6. Chase Sexton's third at minus 17. Remember, it's giving up 30 points. So we didn't do that. Having a whole different conversation right now. But really the moral of this weekend for me is I just hope we can finally get through it without someone breaking a collarbone, an elbow, dislocating a hip, lacerating a liver. Like there's concussions. There's been so many injuries and so many surgeries. Hopefully it stops because it's just every time I see someone go down anymore, unless they add up. So hopefully that stops. But oh no, good weekend. You got to see good racing. Got to see Chase Sexton finally have a complete weekend, not wreck and all kinds of chaos and stuff that normally happens to him, which is really good. Hopefully it continues because I think that'll make the championship even better coming down the stretch if he could have consistency and stop wrecking. That could be dangerous because again, look at the points he's given up. Hopefully it continues, and we got to see who's going to bounce back between Tomac and Weber. Both of them, right there on top of each other. To see how that goes because they were just way off. And Eli's bounced back better this year, I feel, than Cooper has in those moments. So we'll see how that works out. Going to be a big one. New Jersey, MetLife Stadium, East-West Showdown for the 250s. I'm putting my money on Jet. I already put it on Twitter. The whole world knows between him and Hunter, I'm putting money on Jet. Just because. So we'll see how that works out. Apparently Daisy agrees with me if you heard that. So shout out to Daisy for agreeing with me. It's about time my dog did. But don't forget, check out all the other shows, everything else that's been put out, the whole library, Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, YouTube, Rumble. It's all out there. All the support helps. If you can do it financially on Anchor, that's appreciated too. Check out the rest of everything. They came fast and furious, but it's the way I go. Shout out to everyone in Canada one more time for the jumps. I appreciate all of you. Welcome to the show. Check out the Substack under the same name. Check out the Twitter and TikTok at Racing Rosinski. Everything else is Racing with Jesse Rosinski. Share the hell out of everything because that helps and doesn't put money in people's pockets that don't need any of that money from any of us. And until we meet again, enjoy the rest of your week. Thanks. I appreciate y'all. Bye bye.